The 2026 Toyota Wigo arrives with the familiar promise of affordability, reliability, and ease of ownership, but this year's model brings a number of refinements that make it more appealing to first-time car buyers and urban commuters. Toyota focused on incremental improvements rather than dramatic change, making the Wigo feel more polished without losing its value-oriented identity. At first glance, the 2026 Wigo carries over the playful yet assertive styling introduced in the previous redesign, but sharper details in the grille and lighting elements give it a more contemporary spirit. It still looks compact and cheerful, but subtle tweaks in the front bumper add a sense of stability that entry-level cars often lack. The body shape remains largely the same, allowing the Wigo to maintain its excellent maneuverability in narrow streets. The short overhangs and tall stance give the driver good visibility, something particularly appreciated by new drivers. Toyota seems to have embraced a functional aesthetic rather than chasing trends for the sake of it. Inside, the cabin gets a noticeable upgrade in material feel. Though still dominated by hard plastics, the textures and assembly feel tidier and more consistent. The 2026 version introduces slightly thicker padding on commonly touched surfaces like the armrests, making daily driving a bit more comfortable. Space remains one of the Wigo's best attributes for its class. While it is still a small hatchback, the tall cabin layout provides generous headroom, and the redesigned front seats offer better back support than before. Rear passenger space is serviceable for adults on short trips and comfortable for kids. The driving position continues to be upright and uncomplicated. Controls are positioned logically, and the steering wheel now features a more ergonomic design. Visibility out the front and sides is excellent, and the placement of the A-pillars reduces blind spots compared to older models. The infotainment system receives one of the most impactful upgrades. The 2026 Wigo now supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on mid to top range variants, which significantly improves usability. The touchscreen's response time is quicker, and Toyota added physical shortcut buttons to make operation easier while driving. Sound insulation has been subtly improved. Though the Wigo is still not a quiet car by any means, the reduction of engine drone and wind noise at moderate speeds helps make the cabin feel more refined than its price tag suggests. Conversations at highway speeds are less strained than before. Under the hood, the Wigo retains its modest but dependable three-cylinder engine. Toyota made small efficiency adjustments, resulting in slightly smoother acceleration from a stop. It won't impress thrill seekers, but for city driving, the power delivery feels predictable and sufficient. Fuel economy continues to be one of the Wigo's strongest selling points. In real-world use, it manages impressive mileage, especially in stop-and-go traffic where its lightweight build and efficient tuning shine. Long-distance drivers may crave more power, but urban dwellers will appreciate the savings. The automatic transmission has been retuned to reduce the rubber band sensation typical of small cars. Gear changes feel more natural, and the engine no longer strains as aggressively during hard acceleration. It remains simple, but more pleasant overall. The ride quality sees minor but welcome attention. Dampers have been recalibrated to reduce harsh impacts from potholes and bumps. Although it still feels firm, the 2026 model no longer exhibits the jitteriness that older Wigos were often criticized for. Handling remains easy and predictable. The Wigo is not built for spirited driving, but it grips confidently enough for daily use. The small footprint makes parking almost effortless, and the light steering feels well suited for dense city environments. Braking performance is stable and reassuring. Toyota enhanced brake pedal feedback to give drivers a clearer sense of engagement. Emergency stops feel more controlled, and the car tracks straight even under sudden pressure. Safety equipment continues to be basic but improved. Dual airbags and ABS are standard, and higher trims include stability control. Toyota also added rear parking sensors as a standard feature in several markets, providing extra convenience for new drivers. Practicality is one of the areas where the Wigo quietly excels. The rear seats fold down to expand cargo space, and the loading area is usable for grocery trips, luggage, or small appliances. It won't match a larger hatch, but it gets the job done for typical daily needs. For long-term ownership, the 2026 Wigo remains a strong proposition. Toyota's reputation for durability and the widespread availability of parts help keep maintenance costs extremely low. Many Wigo owners enjoy years of service with minimal issues. Insurance costs also tend to be lower thanks to the Wigo's classification and excellent reliability record. For budget-conscious buyers, this adds another layer of appeal that extends beyond the vehicle's sticker price. In terms of driving character, the Wigo stays true to its mission, to offer simple, unpretentious mobility. It doesn't attempt to be sporty or upscale. Instead, it focuses on consistency and ease of use, which many first-time drivers will appreciate. While competitors may offer slightly more powerful engines or more upscale cabins, the Wigo's balanced formula still resonates. It provides just enough features, just enough space, and just enough performance to satisfy the needs of most casual drivers. Overall, the 2026 Toyota Wigo stands as a refined iteration of a proven formula. With subtle improvements across comfort, technology, and efficiency, it feels more mature than before while preserving its budget-friendly appeal. It isn't a revolutionary update, but it meaningfully enhances an already dependable city car. For anyone seeking a reliable, easy-to-drive, low-cost hatchback for everyday use, the 2026 Wigo remains one of the most dependable and sensible choices in its class.